This is a story about the gods of Africa. Their thrones are carved not in stone, but in the veins of rivers, in the roots of trees, in the thunder that splits the sky. They were there before the first kingdoms rose, before the pyramids cast their shadows, before men named the stars. The people called them by many names: Ocean of the waters, Shango, of the fire and thunder, Niam of the endless sky, Ogun of the iron and war. And the gods answered, dancing in storms, whispering in leaves, blazing in fire. When empires fell, great empires rose like waves upon the shore. Ghana, Mali, Songhai, Benin, kings sat upon golden thrones, warriors marched beneath banners and griots sang of their might. But empires fell, as all empires must. Yet, the gods did not fall. For they are not the children of men, but the breath of the earth itself. Then came the strangers from the sea, bearing chains and crosses, fire and greed. They sought to silence the drums, to drown the songs, to bury the shrines. But the gods cannot be chained. The enslaved carried them across the oceans, hidden in their blood and their bones. Beneath the lash, the gods walked silently. Behind the saints, they wore new masks. In the dark of night, their names were whispered, and the whisper became thunder. Where rivers still flow, ocean's laughter glimmers on the water. Where lightning splits the sky, Shango's axe still burns red. Where iron rings on anvils, Ogun's hand still guides the hammer. Where ancestors are remembered, Niam still bends the sky in blessing. They endure because they are not bound to temples or books. They are the forces that shape creation, and no conqueror can unmake the world. The eternal thread, the living call upon the ancestors, and the ancestors call upon the gods. Thus, a chain is forged stronger than bronze, binding past to present, earth to spirit, child to elder. Every birth renews it, every funeral seals it, every ritual strengthens it. Through this eternal thread, the gods remain as mighty now as in the first dawn. They are powerful because they are not only gods, they are rivers, storms, iron, flame, memory, and blood. Because they traveled in the hearts of the enslaved, and rose again in the chants of Vaidu, in the dances of in the songs of Vaidu. Because they are freedom, defiance, and the unbroken soul of a people. The gods of Africa are not shadows of forgotten myths. They are the living roar of the universe. And as long as rivers flow and thunder strikes, as long as ancestors are remembered and children are born, they will remain. Now, this continent has been called the cradle of humanity. It is true. Here, beside the river Nile, in this cradle, life began. And great men have done their best to capture the essence of those early days, the spirit of humanity at its birth. They tried to capture the gods. There are tales of these attempts. The gods wriggled from his grasp, becoming baboons with human souls, sphinxes with riddles, scarabs with wings of gold. Ra was a lion, then an ibis, then an old man with a hawk's head. All these forms are beautiful, yes, but incomplete. They are masks hiding the face of the god, and you cannot understand the god through a mask. Some say humanity began here in Egypt, others say no, in the heart of the forest where the gorilla contemplates the roots of existence, or beside the wide Zambezi where the hippopotamus dreams beneath the lilies. Some say the beginning is here, others say no, in the heart of the forest where the gorilla contemplates the roots of existence, or beside the wide Zambezi where the hippopotamus dreams beneath the lilies. Here, humanity stirred, and so the gods walked among them in those days. They walked among men, and the men caught glimpses of their true forms, and they were afraid. So they fashioned statues, cold and hard, and they hid behind those statues, thinking that would protect them. But the gods walked around the statues and entered the minds of the men, and in the minds of the men, the gods became stories, and the stories became law. And when the priests built great temples, the gods slipped out of the shadows and danced away. Only one followed the priests out of the shadows. His name was Amen. He was a young god with a human heart, and he stayed beside the temple walls, watching the sunrise and the moonrise, listening to the prayers of the people. And the people said, "Here is a God who stays, who listens, who understands." And Amen became Amen, the king of the gods, forever bound to the fate of men. Thank you for watching.